in. They say they're good to go, so hopefully we can jump back into the lobby here in this moment and get a little bit more of this matchup we've been teased with not once but twice now. Hopefully we can finally see the Ridley v Ness.
Yeah, hopefully we can see it at some point. I think we're gonna find something.
This has got to be it, right? Surely.
Let's not count them out just yet, but excited to see the pressure we can get. Okay, button check. Okay, we're good. Thank you, Ness, for the confirmation.
Showtime. Yeah, we got the sit up from Ridley, the head nod from Ness, and an early back air does give Lubando a little bit of space to work with. I'm not sure if Crisis is going to be able to get out of the way. PK Fire into short hop forward air. That is a combo we are going to see probably 10 plus times from Lubando as it racks up, I think, somewhere between 30 and 50%.
I mean, that is so much coming away on the side of Ness. I think you have to be a little more respectful if you are the Ridley player, because the way Ness combos it is through those aerial pressures. Look, you're playing a heavy that wants to be in the air. Let's be a little mindful of what Ness is trying to do in terms of creating space against us.
Most definitely. You've got to keep an eye on Ness and clip his little wings when he gets into the air above you. A phenomenal up air is going to send Lubando toward the blast zone, not into it quite yet. 125 caught out by that Ness recovery. The fascinating situation I'm trying to see kind of happen here is not that phenomenal lightning kick sends Ridley into the blast zone, but I'm waiting to catch the Ridley neutral B versus the magnet pull from Ness. You've got to keep an eye on that. That's an opening that Ridley often relies on, completely negated by a single move.
I mean, oh boy, Space Power Raid. Not enough to kill yet, though. That's still a bit of pressure that I didn't expect that would get that close to killing this early, but the one thing I want to see from Crisis is maybe finding a way to at least poke at Ness when he starts jumping in. Whether it's intercepting with a bear, maybe something else like a bear, or... Okay, there's the bear.
That works. We'll take it. Crisis. Oh, I always hate when players do that because 7 out of 10 times I feel like they do not make it back. But Ridley's got that very strong vertical recovery, utilizes it to get back on the stage. The PK Thunder Chase, the perfect parry comes through, misses the punish. That falls short as well. Grabs forward throw, probably a dash attack instead of PK Fire. Boot, forward air finds purchase. That PK Thunder does as well. And at 137 for Crisis, just desperate, not lose this stock quite yet.
Yeah, still just trying to find any way they can to at least maintain the stock, but the weight playing in favor of Ridley right now. Got to find a way back past the yo-yo, and I like that poke through the stage. Good use of mechanics there from Crisis.
Oh, Crisis losing that second stock. Lubando definitely feeling themselves in this matchup. Wants to find that momentum. Giving Iona that guaranteed lead. If you can get it up and over that 16-point threshold, that would be phenomenal. Now that would be Lubando getting them to 19 points. Not able to do that in this one as they only have 2 stocks left, which might go down to 1 pretty darn soon here, Ducks.
Holy smokes, there's just so
very
much.
Well done.
Yeah, really, really good. I like this pressure coming in out on the side of Crisis. Keeping a matchup that you would think is a little bit less than even on paper, very close and competitive.
Yeah, this is definitely one we thought Ness was going to be able to run away with. Ridley, considered to be one of the worst characters in the game, but clearly Crisis showing us that there are Ridley players out there, nailing some great combos, getting some phenomenal reads, and putting themselves in a possible winner's seat. Oh my goodness, Lubando just around the corner of death. This is the 2-frame. This is that forward tilt as well, but the Nair off stage. Could this be it? There we go. Crisis puts the win down with Ridley. Not something I expected to see, but something I'm glad we get to be a part of, Ducks. Very impressive.
What a turnaround.
Seriously.
Coming in. So that's one way that you can look to try and keep it close, but got it. Like you said, with another heavy in the back, you have to find another way to get a very big win early. So Red Saw doesn't have the impossible task of, I have to double 3 stock this person.
The double 3 stock is a constant looming threat, and I believe our score now bumps up to 3-15. I think that was a 1-stock win for Ridley there, so that is 12-point differential. We assume Ridley wins with 1 point again. That gives us 15-6, which is then, I don't know, a 9-point differential, which is out of the realm of possibility. So we do need Ridley to win this upcoming match with 2 stocks. And I think that opens the door for a tie, which would then force us into overtime. So we are on the precipice here, Ducks, of being mathematically impossible. But Niagara is not down yet. They have fought tooth and nail all the way to the bitter end. Can Ridley make sure they do not get another round 3, whatever it may be, you want to take Lubando down. You want to make it possible at the very least for your 5th and final player. But if Ridley loses this one, even by a single point, if Lubando wins and takes us to a set 3 with 1 stock left, that bumps us out of the realm of possibility. This has to be a Ridley win.
All right. I'm going to ask the $1 million question here, Seb. What is the magic number for Ridley to hold in terms of stocks to keep the dream alive?
Ridley needs to have 2 stocks, needs to win with 2 stocks.
And that puts it on the do or die.
That puts it on the tie. We need a 3 stock to put them in the realm of winning. We need a 2 stock to keep it close to a tie, including Red Saw also going and winning in a 2-0 fashion. So it is a very specific timeline. The pipeline has been set. It all has to do with Ridley's performance. They need to win with 2 stocks remaining here.
Do you think there's any stage that helps influence that decision right now?
I don't know Ridley's stages, man. I'm going to be honest. He's not a character I've really put the research into, but I feel like PS2 worked well. That makes me want to lean towards Smashville, maybe Kalos, but I know Ness gets a lot of value on Kalos, so maybe you don't go there. Maybe you kind of avoid that. I don't know. I truly don't. I don't know where Ridley's going to work well.
So let me see. I have a fun little goofy resource that someone sent me from a Young Link resource. So let's see. What stages does Ridley want? Doesn't want Battlefield, at least for Young Link, so I'm thinking in terms of Ness. Final Destination, don't go there.
Yes,
no platforms. Ridley can put himself in awkward air-to-ground situations. Nope.
Ridley's going to get Donkey Konged if we go to Final Destination. You know what
Town and City, very bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the terrible next to it, but pretty bad. Lilad, that's not a concern for us right now.
No one's picking Lilad, yeah.
Oh, come on. Snake players still go there.
You're right. All 4 of the Snake players in Collegiate will pick Lilad, but past that... Oh!
Okay.
This is fascinating because I think there's... I think this is a button check error. I think the controller died again. They're swapping the controller. We have gotten confirmation. The controller died and was stuck in the jump input. So that's why he kept jumping, and he jumped right out of respawn as well. It is unfortunate, but thank God it happens at the beginning, man.
Maybe we can DoorDash some batteries.
Get some batteries delivered over there. They say they're replacing the controller. It's awkward. It's awkward. It's like a curse. Poor Lubando playing on a low battery controller. Last time that happened, they lost to this Ridley. Is it some kind of curse? Does it happen again?
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, it's almost like you don't want to make an uneasy assertion and be like, okay, my controller's about to die. I gotta rush this one and get it done. And that is one of the worst positions to be in. You're thinking, okay, I just gotta go in, shove the win, and here we go. I think if even with the controller difficulties aside, this is a position where you have to take it slow. Excuse me.
Yes. No, you are 100% correct. If you take it fast, if you barnstorm into Ridley, exactly what we just saw happen is going to continue to happen. Ridley is a very large character. Canonically, I believe the largest character in the game. Maybe not in actual game stats, but in their own respective lores, Ridley is a big dude, and he can cover a lot of options. Whether it's you returning the ledge, whether it's you falling above him, as we saw that up air really come in handy against the Lubando playstyle. It's that coverage every time that this Ness falls that he needs to be watching. Playing it slow, trying to keep a little bit of distance, relying on PK Thunder, relying on maybe those grabs or the PK Fire as well could very much benefit this Ness player. If you hold W the whole time, if you hold that forward every single time, I think Ridley's going to stomp through you.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm trying to see right now is how are you going to generate this pressure?
All right, no pranksies. This is it, folks. This is it. This is the chance for Crisis to keep Niagara's dream alive. Needs to win with a 2 stock against Lubando to then allow Red Saw to give a perfect run to tie things up and force us into an overtime. It is going to be a difficult scenario to be in, but it's on the shoulders of Crisis now, and a crisis for Niagara. This certainly is. Let's see if they can live up to the name.
And right now, avoiding those PK fires and these ledge traps on the side of Ness is one way that you cannot find a way back. I think if Crisis is able to keep this pressure up and keep pushing into the corner, we might see something big. And oh, a good interception there with the Nair. Ness cannot make it back, and Lubando falls.
That's crazy. That is the opening. Crisis needed a 3 stock on the board. Means that Red Stock can afford to lose 1 stock somewhere in the middle. You can take the weight off their shoulders just a little bit, but I'm not sure if that 3 stock is going to happen. You get a slightly lucky stock early, but you've got to find a couple more before you lose your first. All you've done is reset us back to 0.
Yeah, I mean, doing a really good job right now, trying to at least find some pressure. Any extra credit on the side of Crisis is so tantamount to success, but I hate to say this right now, Steph, you have to limit the bleeding right now. At 117 on a small stage, that next back throw, oh my gosh, you exploded!
There's no way. This is looking so good for Niagara right now. Crisis being the hero, deadlifting the possibilities of the squadron. 117 on the board. This close blast zone's a small battlefield. Make it so easy. There's nowhere for Nest to run. Ridley covers the whole darn stage. 134, full rage grab into back throw, into dash attack, into the back air. That finds Purchase 60%. Adds the spike off stage! And that is a 3 stock for Crisis. That is 6 up to 8. We are now at a 7-point differential for Niagara to answer back Iona. I don't want to say shaking in their boots, Ducks, but that is how you show your team is not messing around. That is a almost flawless performance from Crisis on the Ridley.
What? Huh?
Truly a moment. For real. For real. That is breathtaking.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm just kind of like, what happened? What happened? Like, a matchup that you would think, like, okay, small battlefield, it's Ridley. There are ways for you to come back and find pressure. I did not foresee a 3 stock. I will be completely transparent with you, man. Like,
I was thinking lucky for 2.
I was thinking 2. It's like, okay, it's not impossible, but it's really not fun, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. It does not seem fun at all.
It's, oh my gosh. Like, you ever have one of those moments where you see something and you're just kind of like, I need a moment for my brain to recalibrate and think about what just occurred?
Like the Donkey Kong down air earlier. It is the double heavy down air. Like, it truly resets my entire brain. Like, I hear the Windows reboot sound in my brain. Like, I fully have to reconsider what's happening. And it's tough, Ducks, because as cool as that is, as awesome as it is, that Crisis puts the first set win on the board for Niagara, the mountain is still mountainous. It is still requiring a perfect run from Redsaw, from Niagara. We need all 6 stocks on the board here. And that does give